circuit, so nothing new to the Port of Ireland Championship runners, as they've just returned from Wales, where they contested 2 rounds of their series at the Pembrey circuit.
Neil qualified in pole, I was second. We got away 1 and 2, and it was a very pacey race. Neil drove very well. I'll be honest, it was close, but I was always going to be second.
We had a great couple of results in Pembrey. We had a first and a second. Last year we won the 1600, so I think that carried on to this year, where I really just liked the track. And yeah, Chris Paul was really our main challenger in Pembrey, and I'm joined with him in the championship, so I think Chris will be really my main man this year in the championship, and maybe Philip Kell as well. Myself and Philip were having a great battle for the lead of the race, and he slid wide on one of the corners, and I went for the inside. The door was closed, and unfortunately Philip rolled. I kept going, and the race was declared as Philip winner, and I was second.
And a good start there from Keogh, but something's happened. He's either missed a gear because he's been swallowed by the grid. And who is it but Chris Paul from the second row up into the lead, followed by Shanahan, and everything else ring. That's Derek M. Daly that's just gone to the grass and nearly caught himself into the kitty litter, as they call it. And Hill there in the background as well, McConville going through, but they're all streaming through. But it's Chris Paul out in the lead after his run at Pembrey. And who is it in second place? Yes, still Shanahan from Alan Ring, from George McAlpin, then Kelly, then O'Connor as they stream up the hill towards the new circuit.
So the 2 championship rivals are at it again. Chris Paul, the multiple champion, very, very experienced man in Formula Ford for many years, and young Neil Shanahan sliding wide there. The new wonder kid who's come from kart racing is only in his 2nd season of circuit racing and has taken up the Z-Tech Challenge with a vengeance. They're racing again. They come down towards turn 1, lap 4, and the battle is on.
Yes, and Alan Ring again looking at the inside of Neil Shannon's car. Now here's Chris Paul's chance just to get that little breather. If Ring can hop on the gearbox of Shanahan, Chris Paul may be able just to pull that little distance out.
You can see that Chris Paul is under pressure, locking the front wheel there as he came into braking into this very, very long left-hander now as they go on to the new track.
Yes, and a look at the inside again, Shannon. Remember, we saw him try the outside. He's now trying the inside. Ring again, closing up under braking, but Shannon just gets the power and the grip as they pull out of that now. He's got to have a look down the outside, his late braking, but he's close enough this time to do it. Can he get away with it? Chris leaving the door well and truly open, not really in far enough, but Ring got to get his nose into this thing. But all this time, George McAlpin has come back on the tail of Ring, so now we have a 4-car race on our hand. Shannon again looking at that inside line as they come into this big long chicane. Long left-hander off the power, then back on the power, left hand again, past the tricking cars of Kelly and O'Connor, and they're heading for the back of the pits.
And the playing field, you could say, is more even than usual here, because normally racing drivers practice the circuit blind, and you let these two, and look at this time, he's through this time. A lap later, he does it. He set the move up the previous lap, and now Neil Shanahan goes through to take the lead, throws the tail out, trying to get a little bit of distance now between himself and Chris Paul. A beautiful maneuver, very well executed, so there's our new leader. Third is very much now in doubt.
There's no doubt about number 1 there, the Bachelor-in car of Neil Shannon as they head up John Gunning again. Look at Turkington. He's actually got up through there and he's now on the tail of Gunning, and they are really fighting now for 6th, 7th and 8th as we looked at as they go out on their final lap. The final lap at the moment, and here he is. Neil Shanahan still to do his leaving this year in a couple of weeks' time, and then when he's finished, he says he can take his motor racing really serious. Can he take it any more serious? I say, I don't think so.
And nothing less than Formula 1 is going to satisfy this man in the future, and he's certainly going in the right direction in this very early days, it has to be said, at the moment.
Knocking the wheel on his final time into turn 11, as we say, as they come down to the flag. So it's yet another win for Shanahan from Chris Paul, and this will put him firmly in the lead in the championship.
I got Chris down when you're going down the back straight into the double right-hander on the new circuit. I'd tried the same move on the lap before, and he managed to close the door on me. And the second time I got a better run out of the sweeper, and I got up alongside him and I just had him. And I'm delighted to pass him, be like Chris, because he's a great driver. And what can I say, it's just a great day, and the team worked really well, Mick Merrigan and his team and my sponsors. It's just too good to be true, I suppose. It's our 3rd win this year, and
suppose I didn't expect to go so well.